In this video, we're going to learn how to model the domestic cold water service. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open the cold water file with the project template ready. Under models, cold water design model, open this file which says tutorial sample with project template. So once the file is loaded, we're gonna go ahead and open level 2, double click this and double click the view inside to activate the view. Now we're gonna import the relevant families which we need to use for this project. So once again, we are going to access our BIM tutorial files. Under library, there will be plumbing fixtures, and we're going to load all these families into our project by selecting all of them and dragging it in. So once that's done, at the top under systems, you can see plumbing fixtures. I'm going to click on that, and we're going to zoom into this top portion of the floor plan. And first we're going to insert the basins. So click here and access basins, this one, click on it, and we're going to put it in. So just put it in anywhere you can see first on this wall. Insert it, escape twice, select it and move it to the right position. So we're going to select that basin, and now using the copy tool, click once. Sorry, before that, ensure that multiple is clicked so that you can insert multiple basins. Escape twice to exit the action. The next one we're going to insert are the WCs. So once again, plumbing fixture, and we are going to insert this flush valve, inlet back and outlet back. So press spacebar to rotate the fitting until it becomes in this direction, and we're going to insert that once, escape twice. So instead of using a copy tool now, we're going to use the array tool to make multiple copies of this WC. So select the WC which you've inserted and click on this array tool. Ensure that group and associate is not ticked. Change this to 5 numbers because there's 5 WCs, and move to second. So once we do that, select on this point as the reference and come down. Let's just zoom out and click on the second WC. We can then see that 5 WCs has been inserted together. Next, we are going to insert the urinals. So plumbing fixture, look for the urinals, this one, and we're gonna put it against the wall. Escape twice, select it and move it with MV. Move it to the center of this point. So the urinal now is on an elevation of 90. We are going to change the elevation to 500. So just click here and type 500 and move your mouse back to the screen to confirm that action. So once you have done that, let's make 2 more copies of it by using the copy tool. Click once, escape twice to exit action. So now we have all the fixtures that we need in our drawing. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to model the piping for this toilet. So select pipe. On the right, we are going to select this HDPE socket electrofusion. Before modeling, we're going to change the diameter to 63 and the offset to 3500 mm. So we're going to start by modeling a pipe from the bottom of the screen, simply by clicking once. Again, drawing the pipe, and you will notice that as you draw that there's a warning coming out that the pipe can't be seen. So press escape twice to exit that action. So to fix this, we're going to go to view range over here, edit, and we're going to change this to be about 3800 and the cut plane to be about 3700, so that the view actually shows the pipe at 3500 offset. Press OK, and now we can see that we have modeled the pipe. Now the pipe that we have modeled is not in the correct system, so we're going to highlight the pipe, not select it, tap to select it, and delete the system. So to model the pipe with the correct system, we're going to model another pipe, change it to be domestic water pressurized. Select that and just continue modeling from here. Just model the pipe, and you can see that the system has changed to the correct system. Escape. Next, we're going to model a pipe from here to the back of the basins. Another pipe. Next, I'm going to model another pipe from the back of the basins vertically down, like this. Escape. Escape again. And now I'm going to select the basin, right click on this connector, and you'll have the option to draw a pipe. Select it and just click somewhere here to draw the pipe. Escape twice again. So we can see that when we did that way, this pipe is actually modeled on the offset of what the basin's connector actually is, whereas this pipe is modeled at 3500 mm. So we're going to repeat the same thing for the other 4 basins. Once you have done so, now we're going to connect all these pipes together. So we're going to do that by using the extend tool. So simply click on one of the pipes, and you can see that there is this tool called trim extend, and what I've done is that I put EX as the shortcut key to using this tool. So when you have chosen the tool, click on this pipe and then this one. So we're going to repeat the same thing on over this end. Next, we're going to do it for these 2 basins. You can see that when we have done so, a symbol like this appears indicating that there's rise in the pipe. So finally, for the two corner basins, what we're going to do is we're going to use the trim tool, select on one of these pipes, and there is this trim tool, which my shortcut key is TR. So I'm going to select that and just select one of the pipes and select the other one. Same thing on this end. So now we have all our basins connected. Next, we are going to model the pipings for the urinals and for the WCs. Instead of using the manual way of modeling, we're going to do this automatically with the Revit automatic pipe generation tool. So to do that, first thing is we're going to select all our fixtures which are not connected. Next, at the top here, you can see that we can create a system, so we're going to do that. So we're going to create a system which is the domestic cold water pressurized. Click OK, and now we have a system. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to generate layout at the top. So before we generate the layout, we want to be generating the urinals and the WCs separately so that we can control the piping a little better. So to do this individually, I'm going to use the remove from system tool to remove urinals from this pipe generation, so that now only the WCs are selected. Next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to select a base point, which I'm going to put around this location, so that the pipes will all end up in this location. And I'm going to set this base offset as 3500 and the size to be, before we do that, click on solutions. Under settings, we're going to change the pipe type to be HDPE and the offset to be 3500. Same thing with the branch. Then now we're going to go back to modifying our base, and let's change this to 63. Now go back to solutions, and we're going to cycle through the solutions until we find the one which we want. In this case, it's network 4 out of 5. Click on finish layout, and you can see that the pipes were automatically generated. So we're going to repeat this same process with the urinals. Generate layout, remove the WCs on the system, place a base again around, let's say, this location, offset at 3500. Solutions. Notice that the settings are remembered from what we keyed in earlier, so we don't have to do that again. So let's cycle through the network, and this is what we want, and finish layout. So once you have done, just tap select to ensure that all the pipes are connected. So now we have all our pipings ready, and we just need to connect them to each other. So to connect this, I'm gonna right click this pipe, just draw a pipe length, escape, use the trim tool, and use the extend tool here. Escape twice. So to convert this to be a fine detail view so that we can see the actual pipes, click on this button and change this to fine. and now we can see all our pipes in actual 3D. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to automatically size these pipes to certain criteria so that the pipe sizes will change by itself. So to select all the pipes, simply highlight any part of this pipe routing, press tab. As you can see, when I'm pressing tab, the bottom left of the screen, the word changes to different components of the pipe to be selected. So what we're going to do is that we're going to tab until we see the word branch in a pipe network up to a piece of equipment. So once that word appears, left click to select all the pipes. Then from the top, we can see that there's a dark pipe sizing feature. Select that. Change the criteria to this 2.5 and friction at 400, and change the constraints to be match connector size. Don't add a restriction to the pipe size and press OK. Once you have done so, you can see that all the pipes have now changed to what should be the correct sizes of what this pipe should be. So next, we are going to model this pipe entering the riser and dropping. So select this pipe, right click the end and draw pipe. Click once and click another time. So to model a vertical pipe quickly while you're modeling, simply during this modeling time, change the offset to 0 and click on apply. This will automatically model a bend downwards. Press escape twice. Now we're going to draw a section here to see our drop. Change the view range, escape twice, double click on the header to enter the view, and we can see that our pipe has dropped to offset 0. So I'm just going to extend the view up to level 3. So what we can do here to make the pipe continue to the floor above is select the elbow, press this plus sign, right click on the top and draw pipe to level 3. Skip twice, and there we have our riser dropper pipe. Pressing Ctrl Tab brings you to the previous view which you're working on. Next, we're going to put in some valves in this model. So before we do that, go to our library, under pipe accessories, valves, insert gate valve threaded. Select a valve that is for example 65, and we're going to insert it over here. Escape twice. We're going to change back to the medium detail view so that we can see the valve and its symbol. So to ensure that the valve symbol is visible when it is printed out, select the valve, ensure that use annotation scale is ticked. When that happens, the valve symbol will always be in a size that is visible from a sheet view. So whatever the size of this sheet is, it will resize itself so that it's visible to the reader. Next, we're going to learn how to tag this view so that the reader can understand what this system is about the pipe size and what fittings they're looking at. So the first thing you're going to tag are the plumbing fixtures. So go to annotate, and you can see that there's a tag all. So we're going to tag all the plumbing fixtures. Over here, and just click OK. So you can see that the fixtures are all tagged now. And for the pipes, instead of using the tag all feature, we're going to use tag by category, which is this button. And we can just start to put in the sizes which we require. So you can see that all the sizes are now according to what the pipe auto sizer actually sized it to. Escape twice. So for the main pipe, we can change the tag to be a little different. So click on it, click here. We're going to change it to show the system abbreviation. So in this case, size system abbreviation dash command, so that the reader will actually know what is the system that is coming into our toilet. Next, we're going to add a text box to put as a description for this riser pipe. So under text, just click anywhere, and let's just put this as 63 diameter HDPE pipe, which is cold water pressurized system from floor below. Click outside the box to confirm it, and escape. You can drag it so that it appears in 2 lines. So let's just put this somewhere here, and once you select it, you can see that there's options for arrows. So we're going to click on this one, arrow it to this pipe, and arrange it properly. Now the next thing you want to do for documentation are arrows. So you can click on symbol and select on this direction arrow solid. You can see that an arrow appears, so just click anywhere on a line to insert arrows. So again, you can use spacebar to rotate the arrow. So since this is a 3D model, we're gonna make an isometric view from what we have created. So one way to do that is to basically use the section box tool. So for example, I'm going to select all of the fittings in this toilet like this, and you can see that there is a button here that says selection box. So select it, and you can see that a view was created automatically of whatever I've selected just now. And to rotate around the view, hold down shift and the middle mouse button so that you can rotate around and view it, and release the middle mouse button to cancel the rotation. So to make it as a nice 45-degree view, I'm going to select this button here so that it becomes isometric. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to hide this crop box simply by selecting it, and you can go to this hide in view, hide element, And the next thing we're going to do is that we're going to make sure that this cold water view appears in this cold water project browser tree. So discipline is mechanical, and for the sub-discipline, change it to cold water. Now we can see that this view has appeared here. Now I'm going to rename this view. Right click and rename to toilet dash isometric. Okay. So if you want to tag this view, you first need to lock the view so that it's not rotating. To do that, click on this house with a lock down here and click on save orientation and lock view. So once you have done that, you can tag by category and you can start tagging your pipes. So we're not going to complete this tagging for the tutorial. So next we're going to insert this view into our sheet view. Simply open our level 2 sheet view again. Let's just zoom out. And now I'm going to drag this toilet isometric view over to this sheet. So drag it and let go. And insert it somewhere in the top left corner so that we can see it. So readjust the title. And if you need to change the scale, you can go ahead and do so. Let's change it to 1 to 50 and put it at the top left corner. I'm going to move this one to the right. So next I'm going to show you how to create a zoomed in view of let's say this toilet. If you need to do like a call out view of an area to make it larger for the reader to read. So let's activate this view again by double clicking it, and under view click on call out and draw a box around this toilet. And now you can see that a view was created called level 2 dash call out. So let's just click on that to open the view, which essentially is just that same toilet again. Now let's also make a section view of let's say the basins. Change the view range. So I'm going to select this section view, ensure that it's under mechanical and cold water. So this section view will be created as section 2 down here. So next thing you're going to do is we're going to create a new sheet, and let's just create an A3 sheet. And we're going to pull in level 2 dash call out, and we're also going to pull in section 2. Let's make section 2 scale 1 to 50 and leave this as scale 1 to 50. Rearrange the titles. Arrange the sheets. And now we have both the callout view and the section view in our drawing. So you can rename the view if you want to. Just click on the view once and click on a title. So for example, level 2 toilet plan view, and let's call this level 2 toilet section view. So once you rename the views, you can see that the view names also has been changed in this project browser. So next, since we've already tagged this toilet in our level 2 view, we don't want to be doing it again for the callout view. So what we can do is that we can actually copy the annotations here and copy it over to our callout view. So activate this view, make a selection around the whole toilet, press the filter button, check none, and we're only going to select the pipe tags and the plumbing fixture tags. Click OK, and Control C to copy the tags. Oh, sorry, I'm going to do that again. Select everything, filter, check none, plumbing fixture tags, pipe tags, and generic annotations. Okay, again, Control C to copy. Now we're going to go to the A3 view which we have created, which is P05. Double click on this view to activate it. And before we paste, to paste, go to modify, and don't just click paste from clipboard. Select on the drop down menu and click on align to selected views. Sorry, wrong one. Click on align to current view, and you can see all the tags have been brought over to this view. So other examples you can do with this views is that if you need to, you can add dimensions if you want. So with this dimension tool, I can add, example, the floor to floor height. What is the height from the top of the basin to the floor? Distance between the pipes. These are just some examples which you can set on your own which dimensions you want to be displayed for your documentation. Now we're going to return to our P02 sheet and double click this view to activate it. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to insert some plugs to indicate, example, if there's a provisional toilet you want to plug off, but you want to ensure that the loading units is being calculated to size your pipes as well. So for example, now if I click on this pipe, you can see that the fixture units is currently 71, and this 71 is being translated to a flow of 2.23. So example, if I had a future toilet here, I want to ensure that this pipe captures that load. So to do that, we will insert a plug fixture. So before we do that, we're going to model a pipe. So to model a pipe with this same instance, just select it, right click, create similar. With that, we can just continue modeling a pipe like this, escape, and one more. So for example, let's say there are 2 toilets. Escape twice. Now we're going to insert a plumbing fixture. Which is called cap generic loading units. Gonna rotate it and insert it. You can select the cap and you can change the loading units to whatever you want. So example, let's put this as 3. This as 3 as well. Sorry, let's just restart that. I'm just going to delete these 2 caps again. change this to fine detail, reinsert the caps, just put one here first, delete, rotate it accordingly, just put one cap here and one cap here, escape, select the cap, drag the connector to this pipe to ensure that it's actually connecting to the pipe. Same thing with this side. So once we have done that, select the cap and we're going to put a loading unit of 3 on both. So now once you have selected this pipe which the cap is connected to, you can see that the fixture units is 3 following what the cap was. And if you select this portion, you can see that it's 6, which when we click on this portion, previously it was 71 plus 6, now it's 77. So in that way you can capture future provisions by using these caps. So last thing we're going to learn in this video is we're going to learn how to create a site plan. So first of all, right click on level 1 and let's just make a duplicate of it. So now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to insert a site plan CAD file into this level 1. So firstly, let's go to insert, link CAD, browse to the BIM tutorial files, BIM project folder, references, XREFs, architect, site plan. Click on this and ensure that current view only is selected and that is black and white. Click on open. Click on OK. Close. Press ZA to zoom and see everything. Sorry, before that, click on untick crop view. So you can see that this site plan is far away. I'm going to click on this so that I'm able to select this cropped view. And you can see that our plan view is somewhere over this region. So for this tutorial's sake, we're not going to worry about where this site plan is actually located. Well, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to select the crop region over to this end and just increase the crop size so that it's cropping around our site plan. Crop the view and untick the crop region visibility. Now I'm going to open our P00 site plan and I'm going to drag level 1 copy into this view, and you can see that the view is obviously the scale is obviously too big for our sheet. So select this and change the scale. You need to do some trial and error, so I'm just going to try to change it to 1 to 1000. Readjust the title. Let's try to shift it into our title block again. So you can see that at scale 1 to 1000 it fits quite well. Just adjust it accordingly. Let's rename this to site plan. So we have our site plan and our drawings. So next we're going to insert our key plan and location plan. So to do that, we're going to use drafting views. So under view, click on drafting view, a new drafting view. We're going to call this one key plan. Don't care about the scale first, click OK. And now we're going to insert link CAD, and we're going to select the key plan CAD file. Click on open, ZA to view everything. Go back to our site plan sheet and Control Tab to view our key plan again. Ensure that the discipline is mechanical and sub-discipline is cold water. Now go back to our P00 sheet and we're going to insert our key plan. So I'm going to rescale it. It's too big. Let's put it here. Make sure that the title is going to use no title. Let's put it there. Create a text box. You can create a text box again by going to annotate and text, but the shortcut key is TX. I'm going to insert the word 7 mm, just the word key plan. Another text box down saying NTS for not to scale. So we're going to repeat this process to create the location plan. So with this, this concludes our domestic cold water service tutorial, and next we can move on to the sanitary services.